When I went to Katrina Manzi's ordination a couple weeks ago, because Katrina is now in Fairfield County, where I serve the church, and I have to tell you, Patriots fans are thin on the ground over in that area. So it was funny because one of the deacons of their church offered all the members of the Middlebury Congregational Church Patriots mugs after the service was over. So we will keep all of our sports teams in our prayers today. What is it about human nature that makes us focus on the negative all the time? We might say it's because all we ever hear about are bad things that happen. And the news media knows that we have an attraction to the morbid. Scandal and intrigue sell. Just think also about your own experiences, such as being in traffic at an accident. You can't help but look. And then there are our own bodies. We live in our bodies, and we can't help but focus on them. How many times do we notice our aches and pains more than we're able to notice the things we can accomplish despite those aches and pains? I know this experience quite well in these last few weeks. Just walking to and from the car can be a trial. But this week, instead of focusing on all I couldn't do, I made a list of what I accomplished. I cleaned the house. I went shopping. I got rid of my recycling. That was a lot of it. I put up a new shelf. I hung up a couple pictures. Yes, I was up on a ladder. Yes, I was very careful. And if I was in pain for some of that, I got it done. And of course, I was motivated by knowing I couldn't do anything after this Tuesday's surgery. The thing is, what we can do, who we can be, is all about our attitude. Instead of focusing on the negative, focusing on the positive. Because when we all we can think about is what's wrong with our lives and our world, nothing will ever seem right or go right. Isaiah, our text in question, points us all to what is right. Have you not known? Have you not heard? Isaiah calls us away from navel-gazing to look out upon the works of God. Those great works, oceans, sunsets, forests and streams, the birds of the air and creatures of fantastic design. Isaiah tells us that the Lord is bigger than we can imagine, greater than we can comprehend. Yet the vastness of God's power doesn't leave us behind, doesn't overlook us at all. So where the passage from Isaiah takes in the whole of the cosmos, the Gospel of Mark shows us a minute detail of how our incomprehensible God cares for each of us through Jesus. So we get an intimate look at the concern and care that Jesus has for Simon and Andrew's mother-in-law. She had a fever. And Jesus doesn't only heal her, the actual translation is that he lifts her up. It echoes those words about God raising us up on wings like eagles. The point is that our relatively small problems are not insignificant to God. A God who tends the cosmos also can tend to us. This is a mighty God whose praises Isaiah sings, but this God is at work to strengthen the weak, to restore those who have fallen. And the most frequent way God does this is by working through all of us, helping each other. Think about Simon's mother. She's not only been healed, but she's given back an ability to do what she does best. Simon's mother is one through whom God works as she serves others. It's a point that Jesus tries very hard to get across to his disciples. Because to be a disciple is to serve in the ways we know best. Have you not known? view not heard. That while we are focused on the pain, the bad, and the hard things, God is doing things, even on a very small scale in our lives. God is still speaking. It just may be through the voice of someone that you know and love. So the lessons that our text gives us are these. What we focus on colors our attitude about life. And each of us has been touched by the creative, restorative, and healing hand of God. Changing the first, the attitude, helps us see the second, that God is at work in us. And while God is working on us, God is also tending to others through us. So for an attitude adjustment, I invite you to open yourself to the glorious picture that Isaiah paints for us, to the sheer power of a creator God who sent us Jesus to raise us up as on eagle's wings. He touches us through the waters of our baptism, allowing us to run and not be weary. He feeds us at this table, giving his body and his blood for us, to us, so that we may walk and not be faint. This day, we are given the strength to do marvelous things for God. For God is working and will continue to work in us and through us, all of us, women and men, young and old, of sound mind and body as well as those who struggle with illness or disability. This day, no matter what our ability, we are given the strength to do small and marvelous things